guys, this is my little budget build, WPL. I just really love this thing. I did put a Hobbywing 1060 as the ESC on it, and also I got the for around $20, it might have been 15, I got the single gear transmission WPL with the 370 motor, the whole setup. It's like the transmission box, the and the motor all together, ready to just pretty much plug and play. You just solder your wires to it and put several screws into it, mount it. Once you remove the original motor, and you're good to go. And it is such an excellent little motor setup for one of these. It has such a nice slow speed modulation, but it has a nice top speed, as you can tell. There for a second I ran this just top speed so you guys can see how quick it can be. And not that I ever run it that fast all the time on the trail, but it has that much power to get up and over things whenever you need it, and that's really cool. And that definitely helps it out when it is in a tough situation. But I did drive this thing through some rough stuff, and it managed to get through some of those sticks without me having to pick it up and stuff. I'm surprised. A little bit of reversing sometimes and it gets unstuck, but a lot of the times it just kind of pulled its way up and over. And I did put the WPL tires back on it because they're soft. They're not super hard. They're softer than the C24 tires are. But what I like about them is they're nice, and they're a taller tire. I don't have any tires that are just this size. They're narrow, very scale looking, and that's why I wanted to test them out on this again. The tires I had on this had more grip, are a little bit softer, but they're a lot smaller and didn't look nearly as well as and as scale as these look. So I did like the way it performed just now. It was fun to drive. I had a good time just kind of cruising and creeping along. Now I am running this on 3S. The 370 motor and transmission handles 3S with no problem. Right there is my 3S Ovonic. I used the heavy duty Velcro to hold it in place. Of course, there's overlooked the wires in there, but that's where everything just kind of goes. It tucks in there nice and neat. Well, not neat, but just snug, I guess. And then I put the 1060 right here, just right on top, so it's easy access to the switches and everything. Just easy access, and it looks like a little motor in there. I thought that was just a cool place for it, and just closes up nice and snug, and it's good to go. But other than that, I also put metal axles on it. I upgraded the axles. This thing definitely needs axles. The stock axles, just the bushings are all that plastic that likes to, it just, after a few months of driving the thing, they end up wearing out very fast. And then the wheels will start kind of twisting, wobbling and stuff. And you can either buy new bushings every so often, or just do what I did and just buy a $30 set of axles and called it a day. I just made sure I greased them really well and slapped everything together, and it's been a good little RC truck. And I am using just a trusty old 4-channel Dumbo RC controller for it. That's all I needed. Something simple. I threw some LEDs on it, obviously, just for extra scale looks and some night driving. I haven't had this thing out at night though, but still, if there's LED slots for one, I definitely almost always put LEDs in it. But other than that, it's got a cool little interior for all it is and all it costs. And I'm surprised because my 1/6 scale FJ40 doesn't even have, this has the window trim around the windows. You can see it, the black trim. Well, my 1/6 scale, I got to put my own trim on there just to add that extra scale look, extra scale little detail. It's kind of neat they just went through the trouble of just adding that little detail. Just even they painted it looks like, or whatever they done, and it just looks so much better. Just something that simple for me, just kind of frames in the window and makes it look more scale. But regardless, this was a fun little build. It didn't cost me an arm and a leg. I want to say I got the RC for, I think I got the cheapest one I could find. It was like $45 US, and you might be able to get cheaper than that even. But anyway, at $45, and then I bought the ESC for another $25. it wasn't much. I mean, this whole build here is around $100 for the complete RC. So maybe 120, you know. And it's a 3S build, you know. I can run it on 2S, 3S. It's not bad on 2S, but I like the little bit extra wheel speed you get on 3S to help you get up and over some things. It really does help it out. But it has a really nice slow crawl about it. I mean, I can really creep with this thing. It surprised me, especially on 3S. It's not bad. It's not, you know, it's not like I've had much better, but for all it is and all I've paid. I also put it's not bad. It's got a slow modulation to it. It's just the 1060 doing its thing. I like Hobbywing ESCs. They're affordable, but yet they're reliable. That's the best thing. But yes, I did put metal. You definitely want to change the drive shafts. I put those metal drive shafts you can find all day long on Amazon. Those, and but anyway, if you got any questions about this RC, hit me up. I do have several wheels I've tried on this one already, but I went with the stock scale look just because they look so scale looking. They're just, like I said, they're taller, they're a narrow tire, they're different than any other tire that I have, and they're not terrible. They're definitely much better than what I was just dealing with the MN RC, MN82. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if you got any questions, hit me up in the comment section. And as always, guys, thank you for everything.